The New York Jets got shut out yesterday by the Miami Dolphins, and a large portion of that was because of the offensive line play. We had 6 sacks against us. Let's play the blame game, take a look at the film, and see who was responsible for each one. Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot. This is my little co-pilot, Ren. We're going to be doing a little bit of film breakdown analysis, so if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're returning to the channel, we love having you here. Before we hop into that, let's thank our sponsor of today's video. That would be SKG Tax. December is here. That means tax season is set to kick off, and it's time to draft an all-pro CPA to create your tax savings playbook. The IRS has instant replay, and when you throw the challenge flag, they charge penalties, fines, and interest that will put you behind the sticks. Don't let the IRS sack your bank account. Hire JR the Tax Czar and drive yourself or your business down the field for a tax savings touchdown. JR is a great Jets fan and a loyal supporter of Jets Talk 24/7, and it's kind of funny that this is about sacking people, and this whole video is about sacking people. So JR, you are on point with your your ad reads and what you're sending over. So very much appreciated. But I want to talk about the offensive line woes. I think a lot of the blame gets assigned to Mekhi Becton, and look, he hasn't been good. He's given up a league high, I think it's 12 and a half sacks at this point. But we had 6 sacks yesterday. I want to look at all the offensive linemen. I want to try and grade this with kind of a clear head as best I can and sort of assign blame to each one of these. So let's hop over to the footage and see what we have to see. This is the first sack. This one I'm actually blaming on Tippmann and Turner. This was the first sack of the day that happened when Zach got knocked back all the way to the 1 yard line or so. They recovered it on the 1 yard line. And let's just watch and see what happens. We'll watch it in real time, and then we will watch it in like slow-mo. So here immediately, Becton's blown up, but the pressure comes from up the middle and from the right-hand side. So you guys can see. Let's go back. Initially, Becton has his doors blown off. Right past. Look at Becton. He's like, where the hell did my guy go? He just got around me. Luckily, Brees is there to clean up the slack. So we had 2 guys blocking 1 dude, which kind of sucks. You want to be able to block all 4 of the guys that are coming for you with your 6 blockers. This is insane that we weren't able to take advantage of this. But look at Tippmann. Watch Tippmann in the middle of this formation. He's going to the right to help with Hansen and Turner. And then he just lets his guy go. And right up the middle. And then Zach takes the shot. Now I think we get another angle of this too. Yeah, watch Tippmann here. Right in the center. All right, yep. Up, swim move, and he's gone. What are you doing, Tippmann? What are you doing, Hansen? What are you doing, Billy Turner? All 3 of you guys are on 1 dude. There's 3 guys to the right-hand side, and we still have 3 blockers over there. That's what's insane. You still have Tomlinson, Becton, and Brees, and we can't get it figured out. We have 6 dudes to their 4, and we are unable to get this blocked here. And obviously, Zach takes the big sack. That leads to the first 7 points of the day. So I assign blame for this sack mostly to Tippmann with the pressure up the A-gap. Zach had nowhere to go. Obviously, there's pressure coming from the left-hand side, but it ultimately ends up being blocked. And then Turner on the right-hand side with the finishing move from Bradley Chubb on Zach Wilson. Just brutal stuff here from that first sack. So not good right off the bat. This second sack, I tend to assign to Mekhi Becton. Watch the bottom portion of the screen with Bradley Chubb. He just does a quick little move here to get around Becton. Whoop! Inside. And Zach doesn't stand a chance. Literally nothing he could do about that particular sack. So Becton, while he didn't give up the first sack, didn't look good on the first one, didn't look good on the second one. And, I mean, maybe you want to assign some blame to Tomlinson here. Like maybe Mekhi thought, I don't know. It's the swim move inside. And Becton was already sliding outside, and Chubb's inside shoots the gap between Tomlinson, who's already engaged with the defensive tackle. So I pinned this one on Mekhi. Full stop. You can see it better from this angle as well. Play it in real time. Just a little hop step. Zach never stood a chance. Never stood a chance. Never stood a chance. Now, this third sack of Zach Wilson, this one I pin on Laken Tomlinson, but I also want to blame it on Nathaniel Hackett, because you'll see in a second that this is like incredibly frustrating the way he drew up this play. I don't know what he was thinking, but look right here. We're going to go just a few seconds into this. Zach's at the top of his drop. Right? Top of his drop. This is 3rd and 8. You think this ball would have to be coming out like kind of quick, considering all the offensive line woes. And there's 3 wide receivers in the center of the field. Center of the field. There's 3 linebackers right there. There's no way any of these 3 guys are open. Not to mention 2 guys are running like right into one another. And Zach's already running for his life. And look, Tomlinson's already pushed back into Zach's lap. Zach can't step up. He gets cracked as soon as he gets to the top of his drop. Just never stood a chance. At least give some, shallow cross or something where the guy can get some yak ability. This is a 7-yard play, but you're running guys in the same exact spot. Like, there's no opportunity. It's a great pass-off by their defense as well. The linebackers pass off coverage responsibilities effortlessly. And the Jets have nowhere to go. Zach takes the sack. So I blame that on Hackett. I also blame it on Tomlinson. Now, when we get into... I guess we should watch this too. Watch Tomlinson get pushed right back into Zach's lap here. Now, you can argue Zach had a little bit more time if he didn't think he was going to be able to get it. Maybe throw it away. It is 3rd down, like deep in your own territory, so it's not necessarily a huge swing of field position, but you still don't want to get the sacks. Can't be going negative here. All right, let's go to 4. The 4th sack of the day. I blame this one on Zach. He had Tyler Conklin. If you look at the top of the screen, he has Tyler Conklin open on a crossing route. You're going to see it just before he steps up and runs, but he, for whatever reason, doesn't want to pull the trigger. And I don't know if he's just spooked from the first 3 sacks, but this one was definitely a sack caused by Zach Wilson. So let's watch it, and then we'll play it back slower. Zach's back to pass, goes running up, hits 3 guys. The offensive line play isn't awful here. Like, for me, when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing everyone go flying past Zach. Ready? All right, top of the drop. Look, everyone's past him. He has room to step up and make this throw. And look at Tyler Conklin at the top of the screen, right around the 41-yard line. He's breaking inward. Zach should have his eyes downfield. This ball should be out. But he doesn't do it. He's still got the ball in his hands. He panics. He runs up. The linebacker's just sitting there waiting for him. And then everyone else closes in. No shot. Offensive line, they pushed everyone past Zach. It's good enough. You would have been able to complete that pass, I think. So that one's on Zach. Number 5, this is where we get to Simeon. The last sack was the one where Zach took the hit to the head, so I think that's why he ultimately got knocked out and pulled from the game. This sack was on Becton, Tomlinson, and Turner. You will know exactly what I mean as soon as you see this. This is just an embarrassing one. I don't think we're going to have to spend too much time on this, but let's take a look at that. Boom. Just annihilated. Never even stood a chance. Immediately has people in his lap. Immediately. Watch this. Becton's getting a little swim move put on him. Right there. You know Becton's beat. He's not going to get Chubb around the edge. And then on the interior part of the offensive line with Tomlinson, he's getting cooked on a stunt. Right up the A-gap. Simeon doesn't stand a chance, and then Turner just, can't hold any longer either. If he's able to step up, maybe you assign a little more blame to Turner on this one, because Chubb and I guess whoever was on the other right-hand side, Van Ginkel or whoever it was, could have been pushed further downfield, and Simeon could have stepped up. But this was a bad sack, bad effort from the offensive line here. I think we have one more angle of this, yeah. Let's take a look at Chubb off the left-hand side. And they have extra guys. And look, they're only rushing 4. We have 5 guys in to block, plus Cook, who would have hit someone if they were there. Tomlinson, people are just running around willy-nilly right now. Hansen doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's facing the wrong way. Tomlinson's letting his dude go by. Cook's just like, I'm not touching anyone. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. 3 guys sacking your quarterback. Not a good look for the New York Jets. Now, this is sack 6 of 6. This is a strip sack from Bradley Chubb off the left-hand side. This is Mekhi Becton. You're going to take a look at the top of this screen. This was not a good rep from Mekhi here. right around him. Didn't stand a chance. Ball's out. Look, this game was over before this sack. But that one is incredibly frustrating. So across the board, offensive line did not play well. Zach had some opportunities to throw the ball away, so it's not a fully clean game by him either. But this offensive line is going to make it really tough for anyone to play quarterback behind here. I don't think Zach is, or I don't think Aaron Rodgers is having the type of success that we'd envision him having normally with this type of offensive line. So you might be looking for like 3 new starters. You might be trying to replace Becton, Turner, and Tomlinson. I mean, really the only guys I feel like I'm confident in having back there as starters would be Tittman and AVT. And then maybe you talk about Mitchell or Carter Warren if they wind up developing throughout the offseason or something along those lines. But you can't really pencil them in as starters. So how are you going to do this moving forward? You got to at least look at the offensive line. That's first and foremost the biggest issue that we've had the entirety of the season. It's the reason why the running game isn't getting going. It's the reason why the quarterbacks are absolutely terrified with the ball in their hand and they're getting phantom sacks at times. Guys, let me know your thoughts of this 6-sack performance by the offensive line. Do you think it is an offensive line issue? Do you think it's a Keith Carter issue? Keith Carter is our offensive line coach. Do you think maybe he deserves to get the axe? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets. J-E-T-S-J!